You're not gonna eat me.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us on our adventures here. It is an amazing, fun time on our watch parties here every Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can join us live for our watch parties. We watch Viva La Dirt League in their Azram campaign and have been doing so for almost 2 years now. We're on episode 140. It is a fun time. If you want to pick up from the very beginning and you're watching on YouTube, go down in the description. You will see the link to start from the very start. Or if you're here live, you can check out the link that I just sent to everybody. Now let's chill, let's sit back, let's relax, and let's see what our party gets into tonight. Hopefully finishing up the heist.
You are in Polenia's office. Polenia Custodiate, the head of the Custodiates. Lantern of Reveal! It reveals a doorway.
What's up,
behind
Coco?
As this is Drongo, the door opens and you see a vault.
All the gold, jewelry, and magical items down.
Bob comes and you fill him in on your success.
Yeah.
So he's going to contact the authorities to tip them off, and then he's got contact with the Eldrin family to say, hey, have you heard about this new adventuring party that's going around, sort of thing?
Stop.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
It's better.
What about the dingoes?
The dingoes.
The dingo dudes. Hey, I don't have any complaints. Lock it in.
That's so
You didn't give us a chance to complain.
What about the Honeywood heroes? I prefer dingo dudes.
Yeah, I do too. I have to agree. I think Dingo Dudes is cooler.
Dingo dudes. Dingo dudes! Dingo dudes!
That's so
You wouldn't pitch Honeywood here. You're not from Honeywood.
You heard about it? This new adventuring party, the Dingo Dudes.
I also heard that if we're going to the main island, we'll lose a lot of respect if we're not dressed up nicely. Would Fab be able to outfit us into a cool outfit that on the green screen just...
This is when they started doing that shit's Dingo, right? It smells like it, right, Maddie?
Looks like a fancy scarf and a hat.
Absolutely, she can. She's got a way with that sewing machine for sure. I'll have her set you up with something fancy looking.
Friends, fans, and fine folk of the fashion house, it is my utmost honor to present to you the winter collection of the brand new and improved, if I say so myself, Baradoon and the Dickheads.
Oh my God. Rowan, man. Rowan.
The island of Delarine is only accessible from sea transport from the island of Milius.
Okay.
So you're going to have to get yourselves to Milius, but I'll get you the invite.
I remember coming up with that name, just being like looking at my keyboard because I was just creating the map. I was like, Al, I don't know,
An apostrophe.
Milius.
What island is the Eldrin family on?
I mean, everyone's on all the different families. If you look
Specifically
at the entire
Samara, who
thing.
put
If you're looking at
us
Simera, Simera is on Tulay. The head of...
So why wouldn't they go back to the Blade songs to settle up and say that they actually got through the heist and did what they were supposed to do and blackmail? I always forget the name of Ellie's family. What is it?
Do we need to go back to her? She specifically sent us the task.
You can go back to her on Tulay because you're on Tulay. But if you want to talk to the heads of the family, which you do for the task of the 5
custodiates. Why do I always forget that? Custodiates? Yeah. Like if I were them, I would go back to the Blade songs and be like, okay, everything's set, and see what happens.
Situation.
Sorry, just to rewind a tad. What's the next step in this all going down?
Well, I thought it was to go back to Samara Eldrin.
No, he just said he's tipped off the authorities and stuff.
Okay.
But I guess we do
Mob
need to go.
Mob can do that for you if you don't want to.
Yeah,
okay, great. Well,
but Samara's the one who gave you the task. You can go back to her if you want.
I think we do just make sure it gets across the line, right?
I don't know. And I was asking this in Discord on Saturday. I am still worrying about PG. I'm still thinking about it. It's not parental guidance though. It is not that. And I can't think about what character.
I want to make sure.
I had some clues, but I still don't know. I'm like, I don't like feeling like this because I can't figure it out. And I hate when I can't figure it out.
Yeah. The head of the family lives on Delarine, though. So eventually, to get the tick of approval, like finish this quest, as it were, the person with the question mark is ultimately going to be on.
Okay,
Delarine.
well,
it bothers me so much.
Samara's lower in the family.
Yes,
Let's go higher.
She's a second tier noble. So he's going to set you up with an invite to Delarine. It departs from Milius, so you're going to have to get yourselves there. Just to remind yourself, Milius.
Oh, all right. Maddie's brother had his first baby. Wow, wow, this is awesome. Also, congratulations. This is awesome. Babies have been born here on DG360. We have new babies in our community. Not only has Maddie's brother actually had a baby, but also Space Ginger has had a baby as well. Here's little baby Space Ginger. Congratulations to the new babies, the DG360. New DG360 members. That's awesome. So Space Ginger got us that. We're going to show that on the next fan feedback. I think that's awesome. Congratulations to Space Ginger, and congratulations to Maddie and Maddie's brother, because Maddie is now an aunt. You are Aunt Maddie right now. Oh my God, Maddie.
This is the very expensive island. It's not like it's the one where all of the people who aren't quite nobility but want to show off how wealthy they are. You've already been an aunt. And and he sets this up for you through the rest of this day. He gets in touch, makes the appropriate calls and things, and the transportation will be in 10 days' time. So you have 10 days of downtime to level up.
Yeah.
You guys are going to level up to level 10.
Level 10.
And I read my book.
You're going to read the book in that time.
Okay, family book to increase my dexterity. Step 1, run. Step 7, air punches. Step 34, jumping jacks.
It sounds Dungeons and Dragons. That definitely sounds Dungeons and Dragons.
Step 56, agility training. Ow! Ow! I should do this without swords on. Step 105, dodge your own sword. Saha! Nailed it. I'm suddenly very dexterous.
So you get a +2 to your dexterity from finishing off your book.
Yeah, so is that like a +2 to my dexterity score?
So it goes from 60.
Dexterity is one of those attributes. It's very important. It's under the radar. I always had to have a very dexterous character, no matter what. I always added to dexterity. Dexterity was a standby for me. I always had to add to the dexterity.
16 to 18.
Is level 10 the level where sorcerers get 100 platinum?
110.
110 platinum, right?
What?
It's not a thing.
Okay, level up.
Cool. So
that's right. I get
level 10 features, which is some real powerful stuff for some of you.
remember what I said.
Yeah, or our level 7 features.
Yep.
Level 7 feature for those who multiclassed.
Yeah.
Level 7 rogues still
pretty
impressive.
Heightened spell.
Level 10.
Yeah.
Level 10 cleric.
Divine intervention.
He can just be like, hey God, fix this problem for me.
Yeah.
Well, that'll work 10% of the time?
10% of the time, it works every time.
I did a roll and rolled 5 out of 6.
Oh, nice. So you've
Slightly above
got
average.
5 new hit
I took
points
the
plus
average because
your
I don't trust my rolls.
5 plus your con mod. Remember?
Well, divine intervention,
but
can I
it'll
try it
do it,
once a day?
right?
Is that
Sure.
the
Yeah,
vibe?
it does it automatically for you if you're doing the app. What?
Divine intervention once a day, I can try it?
Once per day you can try it.
Okay.
If it fails, you can try it again the next day.
The next day.
If it succeeds, you can't try it again for another
a
7
week.
days. Well, you can try it again, it's just not going to work.
Cool. Yeah, it is.
So Divine Intervention is for clerics. He's got his level percentage chance, so it goes up as you go up. So if you do get to level 19, then you got 19% chance of it succeeding.
As a team, we should actually just figure out, like, what do we want? And every day I'll be like, I want to try and get that thing.
Try it in the morning, boop. But if you do try it, like when you wake up in the morning, I'll try and do this thing, then you get into a real dire situation later in the day, and you're like, I wish I had Divine Intervention to call upon.
Yeah.
It's better to like
fighting some dragon.
It would be better to be like, if you get to the night and you're about to have a long rest and you haven't used it yet.
That makes sense. That makes more sense. Let's
up here for thinking, down there for dancing, in the middle for the romancing.
Yeah.
Oh,
like that.
The chances don't increase every time. It's always just 10%, 10%, 10%.
10%. Yeah, 10% while he's level 10. At level 11, it goes up to 11%. and so on.
So it reaches 20%. But,
well, when you get to level 20, it just automatically works.
So
the highest it gets to 19% at level 19.
Yeah.
When you hit level 20, your class capstone feature is that your divine intervention just works.
And so I could just be like, I wish that Bodge's mouth was sewn shut.
And then
he'd be like,
God of Language says like,
just cuts it. Oh man, too much powers. Too much powers for the cleric. Level 20 cleric.
the way you think it was going to go. And okay, I'll wait a week and I'll reset that. I would take it back to the way it was. I'm sorry.
During that downtime as well, I'm working on the.
It's Bob that's cursed, huh? That's hilarious, Maddie.
I'll get to that in a second. What's your level 10 thing you get?
I get intimidating presence.
Yeah, boy, starts to get even more scary.
Which means I can target someone and go, "Ah!" and they get frightened. And frightened has a whole
huge debuff. Yeah, disadvantages to all attacks and things while ever they can see him raging at them.
So basically, I'm like. Intimidating presence on that guy. Everyone come near me, and he's going to stay away from me. And I'll be just like going.
Very useful. At
Quite
times.
useful.
If used in the right way.
We'll see how it works.
What about your level 10?
So I've taken heightened. My next meta magic. I've taken heightened spell, and from memory, heightened spell just means if I'm doing something when I'm forcing a check on someone, like Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, I can give them disadvantage.
Yep. You can spend sorcery points for it.
Nice.
Spend sorcery points to give somebody disadvantage.
I bet. I wish I did. And then I'm.
Hold on. I've got to yell at Bodhi real quick. Bodhi, get down! Don't jump on the counters with your little poo-poo paws. Get down! Sorry, I just got to yell. I got to yell at Bodhi. I hear him jumping up and down. He's getting a little restless. He missed me. Bodhi's been over here for like 3 weeks. And he likes to jump up on things, and then I go, no, and then like he never really jumps up on things at my place. Christy's place jumps up on everything. My place usually not, but when I'm away, the cats will play. It's a little role reversal thing or something. I don't know what's going on, but man, get those poopy paws off my counter. You know what I'm saying?
I'm doing a whole lot of spell swap in and outs, but the short story is I'm taking Vitriolic Sphere.
Vitriolic Sphere, which is like the acid ball version of Fireball. So it's like Fireball with
acid. So I just shoot an acid ball at someone.
That's horrifying.
Which is pretty cool.
And it does a bunch of damage, and then it also does damage on the start of their next turn as they're still covered in acid.
Yeah. I imagine that would continue.
So
continuously it's very painful.
That's a fun one. I'm swapping something out, I can't remember what, but now I've got Hold Monster, which is the bit, you know, the one I kept trying? Charm Monster, and it just made the monster friendly against me. I was like, oh, that's not actually useful. Next level up, Hold Monster.
Paralyzes them. Very useful, because the paralyzed condition says that if anybody's attacking it within 5 feet of it, they have an advantage on the attack, and any attack that hits is an automatic crit.
There you go.
So you can just hit its armor class and still as if you roll
anything that
strike.
I don't want, we're going to be Hold Monstering. And I've also taken Draconic Spirit, which I basically get a dragon pet.
Yep.
Oh, that's dope.
He gets to summon a dragon.
I get to summon, and it's my pet, and it's friendly, and it attacks for me.
Can you write it?
I can. I genuinely can write. Part of the spell describes how to write it. And
Dude, Baradoon's going to be a dragon rider. Uh-oh. Watch out. Baradoon, the dragon rider.
Rider.
I'll have to check.
Okay. I don't know if Greg would want to after his ordeal with the Jabberwocky.
Yeah,
he's already ridden a dragon. It wasn't a pleasant experience.
Right.
And as 10th level says, 110 platinum.
110 platinum as well. It's just a sorcerer thing.
Regarding hit point upgrade.
Like, what?
Yes, hit point upgrade.
7 is if I want to just go the average.
Yep.
Or you roll.
Or I can roll a D12, so I could just get 1.
Yeah.
Well, in my games I reroll 1s, but you could get a 2. 2 is the lowest you could roll. 2 plus your con mod.
And your con's probably quite high.
Just do it. You might get a 12.
All right, here we go.
You've done it once and you got a 12. The one time
here we
you
go.
did it,
This is a D12.
That is a D12.
Here we go.
New hit points for the tank.
12!
Whoa.
You've done it twice.
That's
now
why you always roll hit points. Don't be like a.
Whoa.
Don't be like a.
Have you seen my rolls? Have you seen my rolls?
No.
My rolls are just insane.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
As bad as his rolls are, yours are the opposite end.
No, I just try one.
So
I'm glad I didn't.
You got that one on a D20 as well. You're taking the average for yours then?
Yeah, I got a
like
1.
a wuss.
So that's why I don't roll.
Yeah.
Good to know.
All right. Cool. What was your level 7 abilities?
I learn evasion, which means that I can any AoE attack basically. I can duck out of the way and I roll. And a failed roll means I take half damage, and a successful roll means I take no damage.
Ooh. Wow.
Sure.
So that'll be good.
That's one more thing for him to forget.
If you're in the middle of Fireball or something, or Vitriol.
Check out Robin, the look on his face as he says, that's one more thing for you to forget.
It's fair.
Yeah.
You can just dip out of the way.
Yeah, the most I can get damage is half.
Anything that forces a dexterity saving throw.
Listen, I was just happy that that Greg actually used an item. Like, very rare to see an item. The Lantern of Revealing was a very smart move last episode. In fact, that's how I entitled the thumbnail. I was super impressed that an item was finally used, because so rarely does it ever happen.
On him, he even if he fails it, he gets half damage.
And it's pretty hard for me to fail a dex roll now.
I once had a monk walk into a red dragon's lair. The red dragon knew she was coming, so it dropped down behind her to block her exit. Point blank breathed fire on her for something like 16 d6 fire damage. And she, as a monk, has evasion as well, same as rogues. And she just made the save and took no damage. That was
awesome. That's awesome. I love when that stuff happens in Dungeons and Dragons. It makes the game so much cooler.
No effect.
Yay!
No effect.
What's going on, Alejandro?
And then I also...
How's the Caribbean treating you today, my brother?
Inside my head gives me the ability to form a shadow blade, which is a sword made of pure misery and darkness.
I bet that boosts Caliphate.
Probably.
It sounds quite dull, like a dull
nice cool night in the Caribbean. Ooh, that sounds nice, bro.
Like kind of point.
It's made of pure misery.
By the way, I want to thank you, Alejandro. You are so actively commenting on videos. You too, Betty. Both of you are just so actively commenting on the YouTube highlights and everything. I'm just giving you some applause right now. Thank you. I super appreciate seeing you guys in the YouTube comments. By the way, whether you're watching live or on YouTube, I always enjoy the comments that you guys put down there. I love reading them.
So it does no damage.
Yeah. It's just like...
Just makes them sad.
Like maybe a slight tickle. Like, stop.
No, but it does give me, if I attack them in the dark, it gives me certain advantages and stuff. Like...
Oh, no, I love it. I love it, Alejandro.
Cool.
That's awesome. So those are the things you've got. Those are the features you've got. Now, in that 10 days of time, what does it look like? How do you get those features? How do you discover that you have this connection to your new gods? And how do you get more intimidating and so on?
So my strategy, because I'm working on my intimidation, but I don't want it to be overt, just like, I want it to be like a presence. I always want to have a presence.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, I'm practicing on you guys, like Drax and Guardians of the Galaxy, I'll just kind of stand in the corner. And
just be a presence.
And just be until you notice me and then just go.
Feel generally uncomfortable.
I enjoy talking to you guys standing in a line.
This is how...
Whoa! What are you? Whoa! Stop intimidating me! Yeah, you do!
It's way too colorful. It is way too colorful of an environment on these beautiful islands, bringing this type of stress down in here, Bodger. I mean, come on. See that Alejandro's down in the nice, cool Caribbean? He's having a nice, cool Caribbean night. Could you imagine Bodger showing up next to you right now, Alejandro, giving you the business like this? You'd be like, get. You don't belong here in this beautiful, beautiful Caribbean-styled, colorful, wonderfully cool ocean breeze. Get.
Yeah, you have quite an intimidating presence.
I feel so intimidated right now.
Oh God!
But yeah, this is the idea when I have conversations.
Standing in a line to have a conversation, it's very useful.
You know what I pride myself on? My lack of being able to be intimidated.
Where are our bagels?
Did you see Adam laugh on that? Watch Adam laugh as Rowan pops back in.
Where are our bagels?
I'm being so silly doing this. Best job in the world. Best job in the world.
Like a pervert.
I was
like a pervert.
meditating, and as I was meditating, one of my gods came to visit me, and he was like, "Hey." I was like,
"Hey!" It was like angels singing and harps and stuff, and he's like,
he literally was like, "Yo, so you've been praying a lot?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like,
"It's really annoying."
It's starting to, but it's getting a little bit annoying. But I got to commend you on your commitment. If you want something,
let's make this
you
a
can
once a day.
You can ask me. Yeah, let's make it a once a day thing. If you want something, you can ask me, and I will just. There's a chance I'll do it for you.
Just if I'm not busy.
If I'm not busy, I'm like, okay. I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess. Like, what's the rough percentage? He's like, about 10.
1 in 10 times or something.
About 10.
I'm a pretty busy guy.
I've got 9 meetings per day. So if I'm not in one of those 9 meetings, there's like a 10% chance.
Yeah. So like, let's just tone back on the praying a little bit, and I might help you from time to time. I was like, okay, deal. So that
sounds like a pretty rad god. I think it sounds like he was maybe the god of the parties and drinking.
Yeah, he might have been. He was slurring a little bit. So I think he was like a little bit. Yeah.
Dear God, I've got a lot to catch up with you about. One thing, did Baradun really burn those animals? Was that a real thing? Because that was messed up.
All right. Let's put a stop to this.
Oh my God!
Yep, one of them.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Listen.
Wow, my God, I knew praying to you for 8 hours a day would finally pay off.
That's actually why I'm here.
Yeah?
Stop that. It's really annoying.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm Gideon, by the way.
Yeah,
got a fun, got a party.
Yeah, nice to, hey, wow.
Guy. It's really annoying to be at a party and then hear your voice all in the back of your head all the time. Like, hey, it's like, oh, I want this, I want that. Can you tell me things?
Yeah.
Stop it. Just stop it.
I mean, I get a lot.
It drove him to drinking.
Let's say once a day. Okay. Once a day. If you take it down to once a day,
yeah,
I will. Well, I can't guarantee anything you want, but I will 10%. Let's say 10% chance. I will give you whatever you want.
Wow.
Once a day, okay? Just shut up. Too long didn't read? Shut up.
Deal. Yeah, no, it was really nice to meet you. Yeah, wow. You're very.
Oh no, God's dry heaving. What a disappointing day that must be. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
There was more in there. Okay, I think that was the last of it. Shut up, and I might be better to you. You're a handsome guy.
What a bizarre encounter.
I go off and find some fighting pits.
Total D&D.
Yeah, of course you do.
Right, Alejandro.
Too late.
Yeah. And it's when I'm fighting a mage, and I'm in the middle of the fight, and the mage fires up a fireball, and my demon lord.
And I summon a shadow sword.
A demon?
Wrong one.
Oh no.
And so that's how I died.
Yes, my demon lord gives me a sense, and I'm like, he's gonna save me. And then a shadow blade comes up, and I'm like, what the f? And then I get hit with the fireball.
And is this a long way of saying you've been in the hospital this whole time?
And then I meditate and communicate with the demon lord in my head. I'm like, hey, bro, the shadow thing, great. Cool. But maybe give me a way to avoid fireballs. He's like, all right. And so it gives me a kind of a spidey sense for fireballs. That means I can evade out of the way.
Yeah, great.
Love it.
Let's do this.
Right, classic pit fight.
Fists only.
Fists only. Okay. Oh, also, I'll probably use my demon son at some point.
What?
Sweet. Oh, and also, I have an eldritch god that lives inside my brain, so my eyes may go complete.
Bob's got his like, wait a second. I don't feel comfortable with this.
Black, and I use eldritch powers.
Is that allowed?
Oh, and one last thing. I will also use my shadow blood.
Bob's a little OP when you think about it. I never really took the time to really consider the fact that Bob is very OP.
Which is made of pure sorrow and nightmare.
Oh, I don't feel well, actually. I don't think I'm up for it. I think my toes are hurt. I've got a headache, so I'm a forfeit.
Right.
I forfeit. Please don't kill me.
Right, I win. Who's next? Fair fight, just me and the Shadow Blade and my demon son, my eldritch lord.
I go back.
And he can turn into a bat and the whole thing. Yeah, like Bob out of everyone is, It's interesting because what would you think if we paired Bob against Barad-dûn? I mean, I kind of, as default, want to say Barad-dûn, but for a moment here, I kind of got to say Bob. Like, if I really think about it, I'm thinking Bob over Barad-dûn. I'm saying Bob, Barad-dûn, Bodger, Greg. And Bodger's meaty as fuck. Bodger's got, like, tons of hit points, too.
To Bob's cousin, I think it was, Lab.
Yeah, niece.
Niece. And I am basically saying, what I want you to do is build me a bunch of animals and crazy things like she was doing with the mammoth. That I can practice my spells
not
on.
Australian anymore. Cockney. All right, darling.
Oh,
Yeah, that sounds fun.
And just over the 10 days, we're just kind of practicing. I'm trying out my new spells, which gets me Vitriolic Sphere, and I'm trying Hold Monster on them. And
so you're just summoning these creatures and throwing acid on them?
Yeah, summon them to burn.
I believe everybody in here has played D&D, Alejandro. Very avid D&Ders here.
You're summoning animals and throwing acid on them.
I'm not summoning animals. They're real animals.
Yeah. Oh, they're real animals.
They're real animals.
I thought they were...
Yeah, I don't know if you've met us.
They're not fake. They're not fake animals.
So these are animals, and you're just summoning like.
Gonna make sure that
bringing them
I'm doing genetic and lab testing on these animals, and then killing them with eyeballs.
Oh, it burns the skin so well! Alright, mate, I've just been exploding things from the inside out. What are you up to?
I'm just killing these animals with acid!
Nice.
Look at how their skin burns!
Oh my
Look
God.
how an animal's skin burns!
And it burns like a bloody pool.
It does! And it made me level up!
That magic spell sounds and looks incredibly real.
See that long line of animals over there? I'm gonna use a spell on them and kill them!
The long line of magical animals that don't actually exist or feel pain.
No, those are real animals, those ones.
It's the pain that gives it the sweetness.
Yes, that's the thing that makes me level up, by killing real animals while doing lab testing on them.
I can pop a few if you want.
Do you want to pop the back one?
Hey, whoa!
Yeah, sure.
No. How about no? How about we let them live their lives?
Why not?
Tell you what, you're a cleric, you've got healing stuff, right? Maybe I can pop them, you can bring them back to life, then I can pop them again. We can have a popping factory line.
Oh my God!
Jesus. Oh my God.
It's a genius!
We're gonna level up so much.
Oh my God, we're gonna do so well. Bring that one back to life. He's a puddle right now, but bring him back to life.
There's no way I can do that.
He's a puddle. No. Oh, jeez.
He's a puddle right now. How am I gonna bring him back? No. I just Greg's not okay with this.
What don't you understand, mate?
Yeah,
You weren't there. You don't know what's happening.
Greg, you know what?
Like, you can't avoid me for 10 days.
Hey, Greg, you used to be cool, man.
You used to be cool when you were an artificer, dude.
Used to be cool.
We put on all these
Can we have a quick meeting about Greg?
Yeah.
He's just
in the 10 days or so.
so righteous. Isn't he just so righteous?
I'm
Nothing
good.
any of you say
I
affect
want to
me.
save children in cages. I know.
The heroes of the world,
Greg.
everybody.
But also,
I can't wait for him to snap
snap one day.
but also in
It's
doing
not
all
gonna. I'm
this,
never gonna snap.
in doing all this, I
definitely gonna snap.
all of my spells that do require saves, I'm kind of figuring out like how to stop them doing so well when they save. So now I've got heightened spell as well.
I'm trying to meditate
Awesome.
while I hear
I love it.
these screams of animals being covered in acid, like throw me off my meditation. Like, oh, God.
Amazing.
All right. I will allow. So because the downtime has to be focused on like how you're leveling up, I'll allow you one of those days you can do to your scroll of quick save in the same way that he spent his day reading.
And I'm also gonna. I can't see any downside to me bending luck as I do this. Just to give me an extra D4.
Bend luck is the one that gives. It means the next time you cast a spell that day, you get a wild surge.
No, that's Tides of Chaos.
Tides of Chaos. Okay. Bend luck is sorcery points.
Just the only downside is I have to spend 2 sorcery points.
Okay. Yeah. Then you can bend luck on that. It's nothing. Yeah. It's nothing. It's during the day of downtime, so it's nothing else is going to happen that day.
Yeah, exactly.
You can bend luck on this.
So yes, 19
Oh,
to
wow.
6. So 19 plus 8, 27.
27. All right. So 27 onto that takes you to a total of 67 points now. Currently done.
Wow.
So what are we at with it currently?
Total of 67. We'll get there in a second what that means
So
for you.
what is this are you doing again? Sorry.
So my plan is that we got the scroll of quick save,
Yeah,
which
that's right.
allows us to rewind time a minute. I'm just trying to upgrade it. I want it to be better. So, for example, if we're ever in a proper heist, not a reverse heist, or there was something where we wanted an item or we wanted to duplicate an item.
That's right.
We can do the minute, grab a thing, and when we rewind time, the thing goes with us.
Yeah, right.
That's dope.
Yeah, that rewind time hasn't really been useful yet, has it?
Well, it's a one-time.
It's a one-time thing.
Right?
It's a one-time
one-time thing, right?
It's like when you're setting up something that's got a really high risk, high reward situation. You're like, there's a chance all of us die when we go in here. Everybody, is everybody ready?
To bring back like 6 drinks at once.
Yeah, exactly. We might.
Now that item they are not going to forget. I'm telling you now that item definitely is going to be used at some point. Now I'm really curious.
I might spill one.
Exactly.
Read the scroll.
But the downside, however, of tinkering with the scroll is if I ever roll a 1 on the Arcana check like I did just then, I just literally
like
ruin
you
the
did just then?
Sorry.
I was like, how did you get a 19 from rolling a nat 1?
Then I ruin the scroll and we can never use it. So there is a chance that
It's a very powerful item that he's tinkering with to make it even more powerful,
but it has
at the risk that he ruins it. You are now at 67, which means you have met the progress DC of 50, which means that you get the first effect of your scroll. You're starting to see some progress with it. Instead of the scroll acting as originally intended, you can now use it to as intended, but while you're in that minute of quick saved minute, you can take an item back with you. However, the item will be displaced from the original spot that it was in for 1 round after you return, and then pop back.
6 seconds.
So you'll get 6 seconds of an item when you pop back to your real timeline. When you quick load, you'll have the item that you took with you, but it'll use it
for 6 seconds. Can't see how that's going to be useful yet, but we'll keep working on it.
If you keep working on it, it'll get better.
Useful. Like we got information, we shouldn't go down that path.
Yes.
That's probably the most.
Yeah.
The idea when I was making it is like you're about to go into a fight with Laethil or something. You're like, hey, this is a real chance that we're all going to die. Let's use this scroll in case it goes badly, and then the fight goes really badly, and you're like, quick load before you start the fight.
Cool.
Okay,
cool.
Maybe
So that is the progress you make.
Have you done your +2 on your big old boy?
I have. On my big old boy.
Oh.
+2.
Yeah.
All right.
So what is all your business at now then?
Like I've got a +12 on my sleight of hand and stealth.
You get to a point you're just going to be +20 and you're like, I don't need to.
Well, there's a point very soon where I upgrade where I can't fail certain rolls, basically.
That is amazing for you.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get to.
God, how much longer?
Anything under a 9, under a 10, you can treat as a 10, basically.
Man. Yeah.
So for any sleight of hand or stealth check, it'll be impossible for me to get under 22.
Yeah.
It's very useful. It's called reliable talent. Anything that he's trained in, anything he's got proficiency in. So he can still like fail an handling check or something.
No, I'm pretty sure it just makes everything perfect.
So when does this happen? How much talking to a Bob becomes useful?
3 levels, I think. I think it's like 3 levels, so probably like another 2 years.
Okay, 2 years, Bob. Okay.
Continue on.
All right, so you've gotten all your stuff together. You level up. It's approaching the day of your invite to Delarine. You've got to make your way to Milius.
Okay.
So you head to the port. Mm-hmm. You pay the price to get to Milius.
Any port in the storm?
This particular port. Particular port. Yep.
Ideally.
How much are we paying?
49 gold pieces each.
You asshole.
Yep. That's what I said. Right?
You asshole.
Right at the very beginning, when you arrived in Thilivern, Milius is the wealthiest of the wealthy islands.
But like, no.
You're just not going to come? You're just staying behind?
I'll stay until like...
Barondune's just staying behind.'s like, nah, I ain't paying that. I'll stay here.
As we go up to the customs agent,
are you two that aren't marking anything down, just like inventing money for yourself?
No, I'm just waiting. Like, are we going to spend that much money? I mean, I've only got 527 gold.
I'm just going to call.
I don't know how much I have.
I go up to the customs agent and I say, this is daylight robbery.
Because you
can we just say that
to the point
we're going to pay it, but we're just going to be a little bit caring about it.
Tickets to Milius only.
We're going to pay it, but we're going to be a little bit caring about it.
49 gold pieces.
I beg your pardon.
I can't believe it.
Shit.
How much did you say?
I want to speak to your manager.
Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. How much?
I've never been treated like this before.
No, exactly.
Robbery.
Yes, quite.
I mean, of course, we can afford it.
Yes, of course.
But it's not about that.
It's the principle. It's the principle.
I refuse to pay.
No, we're going to a fancy island. You expect us to? Yes, the common man would pay.
What's your badge number?
Yes.
What is your badge number?
I am the manager.
Why would I?
Marty,
Well, we'd like to talk to the head.
Speak to your manager.
We'd like to
the
talk
manager.
to the head of the portal service, please. Yes. Get them on the blower.
What is your badge number?
Milius. As you arrive, the teleportation circle takes you to Milius, and as you step in, not like the sweltering heat that hits you with Straya's teleportation, instead you are greeted with the gaudiest and most opulent and really in-your-face showy wealth, kind of just the architecture is unnecessarily designed with all sorts of frills and things that's just...
There's gold everywhere.
There's gold everywhere. It's really tacky in certain parts as well. And this is the home of all of the richest of the folk here. You can see that there are a few...
My mage hand is tingling.
Oh, boy. It's going to be very interesting. Wow. Great pause there. All right. Going to the land of the riches, the richest people in the world, costing the most gold to get there. Very excited seeing what's going to happen now. Thank you for joining me tonight. I had an absolute blast. Don't forget to like and share if you're watching on YouTube, and try and get here live with all the amazing, fun people here that we have on our adventures. Do it.